When you need to shift a customer from a monthly billing schedule to a quarterly one in SAP Convergent Invoicing, you cannot simply change a calendar date. You must update the core mechanics that tell the system how to group charges into quarterly intervals. To do this, we are going to complete a two-part process. First, we will build a new quarterly billing cycle in the backend using SAP Customizing. Then we will apply that new cycle directly to a customer's master data. Before we start, make sure you have access to the Customizing Implementation Guide, or SPRO, and the necessary permissions to edit master data in your environment. Setting up this cycle at the root configuration level ensures the system will automatically aggregate all billable items every 3 months, removing the need for manual intervention down the line. Step 1 is building the cycle. Open your Customizing Implementation Guide and follow this path: Financial Accounting, to Contract Accounts, Convergent Invoicing, Basic Functions, Scheduling, and finally, select Define Billing Cycle. Create a new entry. We will assign it a clear cycle key. Let's use QART for quarterly. For the frequency type, select Months or MN. This chart shows a common point of failure. Users often copy an existing monthly cycle but forget to adjust the interval modifier. Looking at the right side, you'll see the difference. Our quarterly configuration must explicitly set the period length to 3. Next, finalize the configuration by defining the period end rule, typically setting it to the last day of the month, and then establish the maximum usable until date for the cycle. Because the system calculates billing dates based on the defined period length, setting this value to 3 forces the scheduling logic to advance the next target date by exactly 3 units from the baseline date. Now that the cycle exists, we have to apply it, but defining a billing cycle only works if you attach it to the correct layer of the customer's master data. SAP Convergent Invoicing follows a strict hierarchy for scheduling. During processing, the system checks the provider contract first for a billing cycle. If that field is blank, it falls back to check the contract account. Looking at this structural diagram, contract accounts in the center link to specific provider contracts on the right. Because of the hierarchy rule, a hard-coded billing cycle on a provider contract will completely override any updates at the contract account level. Therefore, to successfully shift this customer to a quarterly schedule, we need to verify that their provider contract is clear of any conflicting cycles before we apply our new QART cycle to their contract account. Let's execute the update. Open transaction CAA2 to change the contract account, and input your targeted business partner and contract account numbers. Once inside the account record, you need to locate the tab that governs the billing schedules. Here is the contract account screen. Navigate specifically to the Convergent Invoicing tab and look down at the Periodic Bill section at the bottom. Locate the Billing Cycle drop-down field. Go ahead and replace the existing monthly code with our newly minted QART code. Hit Save. Look for the standard green success message at the bottom of your interface to confirm the update is locked in. By swapping out that single master data field, the customer's account is now bound to the 3-month scheduling logic we built earlier in SPRO. The setup is complete. We built a new cycle at the system level and successfully grafted it onto the customer's specific profile. As you can see in this timeline, the immediate mechanical results of our work is that the scheduling characteristic will now project the target billing date, the bill from date, exactly 3 months into the future. The system holds the item securely until the cycle concludes. It is always good practice to verify your work. You can run a quick scheduling simulation or a test billing process to see this new 90-day interval perform in real time. By building this logic directly into the scheduling layers, rather than relying on manual date overrides, the system can handle recurring billing cycles automatically as part of its standard periodic processing.